Good morning everyone. Last class we discussed about some polynomial problems. So in this class we continue the same problems. Okay. So last class we end with this problem. If the sum of the square of the polynomial f of x is equal to x square minus 8x plus k is 40, find the value of k. Okay. So what they given here, alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial. We taken zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial x square minus 8x plus k. So then we can write alpha square plus beta square is equal to 40. Alpha square plus beta square is 40. That means the sum of the squares of the polynomial is equal to 40. And also we know that here alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Here alpha plus beta, this becomes minus of minus 8 by 1, that is alpha plus beta is equal to 8, like that. The product of the roots alpha beta is equal to c by a, then alpha beta is equal to k by 1 by. Okay, therefore alpha beta is equal to k. And we know the one relation, that is alpha plus beta whole square is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. Okay, so this is the a plus b whole square form. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, so in that one, so we know that alpha plus beta is equal to 8, that is 8 square is equal to, so alpha square plus beta square, the given value is 40, that is 40 plus 2 into your alpha beta is equal to k, therefore we can write k. So this is 64 minus 40, this 40 comes to this side and this is 2k. Okay, so here 64 minus 40 we get 24 is equal to 2k, then 2 ones are 2, 12 is therefore k is equal to 12. So like that we find out the value of k. Okay, do you understand this one? So the sum of the squares of the polynomial f of x equal to x square minus 8x plus k is 40. Find the value of k by using the alpha plus beta. So a plus b whole square form we can reduce, then we find out the value of k. Okay, so like that we have another questions, another type of question, that is if alpha beta and beta are the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 4 root 3 x plus 3, then find the value of alpha plus beta minus alpha beta. Okay, so this type of question they will learn. So if alpha beta are the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 4 root 3 x plus 3, then find the value of alpha plus beta minus alpha beta. So for that one, first we need to find out alpha plus beta. We know that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So compare the equation by standard form 4 root 3 x plus 3. Here we can compare ax square plus bx plus c. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 4 root 3 and c is equal to 3. Okay, so substitute the values here. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus of minus 4 root 3 divided by 1. So therefore we get alpha plus beta is equal to 4 root 3. Like that we get alpha beta is equal to c by a. Here alpha beta is equal to, the c value is 3 by 1, we get 3. Here alpha beta is equal to 3 and alpha plus beta is equal to 4 root 3. So then we need to find out alpha beta plus minus alpha beta. So that's equal to alpha plus beta, we have 4 root 3 and alpha beta is minus 3. So then the value of alpha plus beta minus alpha beta is equal to 4 root 3 minus 3. Okay, so like that we can find out the values of alpha plus beta minus alpha beta. Okay, so using the sum of the roots and product of the roots. Okay, so like that we have another one question. If one root of the quadratic polynomial three x square plus px plus 4 equal to 0 is 2 by 3, then find the value of p, and the other root. The equation. So this type of question they will ask. Okay, so here one root of the quadratic polynomial 3x square plus px minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. Plus 4 equal to 0 is 2 by 3. Then find the value of p and the other root of the equation. Okay, so when they given like these questions, we have to substitute the root of the equation in the equation. Okay, so 2 by 3 is the one of the equation. That means you have to take x is equal to 2 by 3. Okay, so put x equal to 2 by 3 in equation 3x square plus px plus 4 equal to 0. So here I have to substitute the x value is equal to 2 by 3 in the equations. So we get, so 3x square is there, so 2 by 3 whole square plus p into 2 by 3 plus 4 equal to 0. So here we get 3 into 4 by 9 plus 2p by 3 plus 4 is equal to 0. Here can cancel 3 and 9, 3 ones are 3 are, so we get, so 4 by 3 plus 2p by 3 plus we can write 4 by 1 is equal to 0. So LCM of this one we get 3. So we get 3. So add these 3 rational numbers. Okay, so we know how to add this. So we get the 3. So 3 divided by 3 we get 1. So 1 into 4, 4 plus 2p plus 3 4s are 12 is equal to 0. Okay, so when you cross multiply this with 0 we get, so we can add, so 4 plus 12p we get 16p, 16 plus 2p is equal to 0. Then 2p is equal to minus 16. So this plus 16 go to right hand side become minus 16. Then p is equal to minus 16 divided by 2. So we get p is equal to minus 8. Okay, so this one you have to substitute in the quadratic equation, that is 3x square minus 8x plus 4 is equal to 0. So now we can easily find out the root of the equation by factorization method. So 3 4s are, we have 12x square. So what are the factors for 12? We have 6 and 2. So minus 6 minus 2. So minus 6 minus 2 we get minus 8. Okay, so we can split like this, 3x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. So in this 2, so we have 3x common, we taken 3x common, we have x minus 2, and here we take minus 2, x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x minus 2 into 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Here x minus 2 is equal to 0, or 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Here x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 2 by 3. So we already got this root. 2 by 3 is a one root, another root is 2. So 2 is the other root of the equation. So like that we can find out the value of the p and also another root of the equation. So are you understand? So if one root of the quadratic polynomial 3x square plus px plus 4 is equal to 0 is 2 by 3, then find the value of p. So then the other root of the equation. So like this questions they given, so we have to solve like this. First we have to put the x value is equal to 2 by 3 in the equation, then we get the p value. So that p value you have to substitute in the equations. So we get one quadratic equation. We solve the quadratic equation, we get another root. Okay, so like that we can solve these problems. Like this we have another one. If alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial phi x square plus phi x plus 1, find the value of alpha square plus beta square. Okay, like this question they given. So if alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial phi x square plus phi x plus 1, find the value of alpha square plus beta square. So we can done by two methods. Okay, so we already know that. So we have to compare this quadratic equation by standard form phi x square phi x plus 1. Okay, so here we have to compare with ax square plus bx plus c. Here a is equal to 5, b is equal to 5 and c is equal to 1. Okay, and we have to find out the sum of the roots and product of the roots. If sum of the roots is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, that is equal to, so minus 5 by 5, so alpha plus beta is, we get minus 1, like that. So here alpha beta is equal to c by a, that is 1 by 5, 1 by 5. So we know that, so alpha plus beta whole square is equal to alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta, 2 alpha beta. Okay, so we need alpha square plus beta square. So like that we can write alpha square plus beta square is equal to, so alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta, minus 2 alpha beta. So we know the value of alpha beta, alpha plus beta is equal to minus 1 and alpha beta is equal to 1 by 5. So we can substitute this one. Here alpha plus beta is equal to minus 1 whole square minus 2 into 1 by 5. Okay, so here minus 1 square we get 1, here 2 by 5. When you subtract 1 minus 2 by 5, we get 5 minus 2 by 5. So that's equal to 3 by 5. So alpha square plus beta square is equal to 3 by 5. So like that we can find out the value of alpha square plus beta square by using the quadratic polynomial phi x square plus phi x plus 1. Okay, so like that we have another one question. If 1 0 of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 3x plus k is 2, then find the value of k. find the value of k. So this question we already done, so like that we have to do this one. Okay, so we have put here x is equal to 2 in the equation or in the polynomial. In polynomial x square plus 3x plus k, we get the k value. X square plus 3x plus k, we get the k value. Just substitute the x is equal to 2 in the equation, we get, so here you have x square plus 3x plus k. So this one we have to equating to 0. So that it become quadratic equation. So then 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus k is equal to 0. Here 2 square is 4 plus 3 2s are 6 plus k is equal to 0. So 4 plus 6 we get 10. 10 plus k is equal to 0. When 10 transport to right hand side, it will become negative. Therefore k is equal to minus 10. So like that we can find out the value of k by using one root of the equation. So this type of questions are one type of questions they will ask in examinations. Next we go to the another type of questions, that is, so in the next type of questions they will give the roots of the equation or zeros of the equation. Roots of the equation or zeros of the equation. We need to find out the quadratic polynomial. So this is also important for 2 marks questions. Okay, 2 marks question ge idu important agirutte. So they will ask this type of questions. So iduvargu madiddu one type of questions, this is another type of question. Okay, so here find the questions hegirutte andre, find the quadratic polynomial with the given numbers are as the sum and products. Sum and product of zeros. Sum and product of zeros. So the first one they given, so 3 and 2. So second one they given minus 2 and minus 12, and third one they given minus 1 and minus 20. Okay, so here given two numbers. So here 3 is sum of the roots, that means alpha plus beta is equal to 3 and alpha beta is equal to 2. So by using these two, so we need to find out the quadratic polynomial. How to find out the quadratic polynomial? So we have one formula, that is that x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So this gives the quadratic polynomial. Okay, so just substitute the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So we get the quadratic equation. So that is x square, in the place of alpha plus beta we have to substitute 3. So minus symbol is also important. So we get minus 3x and alpha beta is equal to 2 plus 2. So this is the required quadratic equation. X square minus 3x plus 2 is the required quadratic equation. So like that, so here you have to find out the quadratic equation. They given alpha plus beta is equal to root 2 and alpha beta is equal to minus 12. Here also we have to write the same, x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Okay, so here just substitute the values of alpha plus beta is minus root 2 x plus and alpha beta is minus 12. So then we get x square minus root 2x plus into minus 12. So this is the required quadratic equation. Like that in the last one also we have to do. So here alpha plus beta is equal to minus 1 and alpha beta is equal to minus 20. Okay, here so x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. So just substitute the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So we get x square minus of minus 1 x plus into minus 20. So here we get x square minus into minus plus 1x plus into minus minus 20. So this equation become x square plus x minus 20. So this is the required quadratic polynomial. So like this, if they given the sum and product of the zeros, so by using this equation we can obtain the quadratic equation. Okay, thank you. We can continue in the next class.